and welcome back to another episode of American English Explained with Barry and Sherry. I'm Barry.
Huh?
I'm sorry, can't do anything about it.
And I'm Sherry. And we're the owners of ETHOS English School here in warm and sunny Cebu City, Philippines, where you can come and study with American teachers in small groups, and you can even stay in the homes of the American teachers. We would love to have you come and join us.
Yeah, and if you come, we'll get you a shirt like this, but it'll be, forwards instead of backwards.
Hi, everybody.
We'd like to say a special welcome to all of you, especially to those of you who are former students of ETHOS and
current students of ETHOS.
Yeah, especially the current students. I mean, you guys are so great. You stay in class all day, you study in the library, and then you want to come and watch us teach more about English. You guys are so
I know Marika's
dedicated.
out there somewhere. She said she was joining us tonight.
We're really happy that all of you are here. We are having these broadcasts to try to explain some things about English, and we hope that it will help you to speak better and become more confident in using your English.
Okay, so Barry, what are we going to study today?
Well, today we're going to begin a series of lessons on three very important prepositions. Now, prepositions are very important in American English, and three of the more important ones are these three small words: in, on, and at. And you may be wondering why these words are in the right direction and this shirt of mine is backwards. That's a secret. We have a secret camera here
Special printer.
that puts every. We just
No
print...
more secrets.
No more secrets. Yay. Okay, so we're going to talk about in, on, and at today.
Okay. All right, so that's really nice. These are three of the most common and useful prepositions in English. We use them all the time.
That's right. And if you know how to use them correctly, it can help you to say things much easier. But it's really challenging. It's a challenge. And if you use them incorrectly, it can create some really interesting and funny results. So, pay attention. This is good stuff.
Okay. In one of our previous classes, we talked about some of the common English prepositions that use on. We learned about on the road. We used on the road, on the way, on the go, and on the ball. I hope you guys remember that lesson.
Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to see that in, on, and at. Not just this lesson, but we're going to start tonight and we'll continue next week and the next few weeks. We're going to see that in, on, and at are prepositions that help us communicate two important things in English. Sherry, can you tell me what those two things are?
Okay. Well, one of those is location. It's where something is, or something where something is located. The place where something is.
Okay. Location. What's the other one?
The other one is time.
Time. Okay, so in can tell us where something's at. In can also tell us when something's going to happen. Mm-hmm. At can tell us where something's at. And it can also tell us where something is going to happen.
That's right. When
something is going to happen. And on can tell us where something's at. And on can tell us when something is going to happen.
That's right.
Now, you be thinking about that, and in the next few lessons, hopefully, we'll make it very clear. So don't be confused. Just join our lessons and listen to what we have to say, and we'll try to make it as easy as we can. Okay.
Let's look at some examples.
So, some example sentences here. Okay. The magic of backwards printing. The man is in the taxi. So think about a taxi with a man sitting inside. You wouldn't say the man is on the taxi, because on represents the idea of being up here on top of something. So if I say the man is on the taxi,
he's above it.
He's on the roof,
sitting
on the roof or sitting on the hood. But if he's riding in the taxi, we say the man is in the taxi. Okay? Now, an example of on. The book is on the table. So if we have a table and there's a book laying on top of it, we say the book is on the table. Not in the table, not at the table. We say the book is on the table. And the other example of the word at is this one. Mom is at the store. You wouldn't say Mom is on the store unless Mom is standing on the roof of the store and she's waving or shouting or doing something like that. Now we could say Mom is in the store, but see, then we have to figure out when to use in and when to use at. So it can be very tricky. But we're going to start with very, very simple stuff.
Okay. All right. Now each of these words has a different meaning and a correct way of using it. If you use the wrong word, then your meaning will not be clear. Okay. Look at these examples. These are examples of wrong sentences. Okay, so if I say the man is at the taxi, it has a very different meaning than the man being in the taxi.
If he's sitting inside.
If he's sitting inside. If he's sitting inside, he's not at the taxi. Okay? Then the second one, the book is in the table. Now, if you can see the book and it's laying on the top of the table, you wouldn't say it's in the table, it's on the table. And then the third one, Mom is on the store. If you say on the store, she's on top of the building. So you would not say on the store, it should be Mom is in the store. So these are wrong ways of using this.
Okay, I see what you mean. So again, it can be very confusing. So you need to understand how in, on, and at can be used. Okay, so let's review for just a minute. We said a while ago that there are two main uses for the prepositions in, on, and at. One is location, and the other is time. So in the rest of our lesson tonight, we're going to focus on explaining how in is used in location. So, Sherry, are there any rules, grammar rules regarding the use of in, on, and at?
Yes, there are. Okay. So for in, we're going to start with in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So because in is one of the most common, we'll start with that. So in is used when referring to something that can be inside of something. Sometimes we use in, sometimes we say inside. So
what do you mean inside of something?
All right, so if you think of a container, okay, it's got, let's say, has water inside of it, okay, or like a swimming pool.
Okay.
Swimming pool is a good example. And say there's a person inside of that swimming pool, okay? He's completely surrounded by water. So when you're in something, you're surrounded by something, okay? Like here, he is in the pool.
I don't know this kid, by the way. He's not my son or my grandson. He's just a kid.
Okay.
But notice how the water is all around him.
Right.
So it's like you have a container. The pool is a container, and there's water inside. And when you're in it, the stuff inside surrounds you. So you can think about using the word in whenever the thing, if the thing surrounds you, then you can use the word in.
Yeah, it's got a limit. It's got a boundary.
I like to use the idea of a chair and a bench. You sit in a chair, but you sit on a bench.
Right.
Why?
Well, usually chairs kind of come around you.
Yeah, you usually have arms.
Mm-hmm.
And when you sit in it, the chair is like surrounding you.
Yes.
But when you sit on a bench,
It's just flat.
it's just flat, and you're
just
not,
kind of
nothing's
touching it.
surrounding you. You're touching it. So you
Right.
sit on a bench, but you sit in a chair.
That's right.
So this is one of the things you have to think about, when you're talking about this. Okay, so here are some more sample sentences for you to think about. Cheryl, why don't you talk about
All right.
these?
So you say, please put some ice in my glass.
Okay, wait.
So if you have a glass
It's a container.
it's a container. It's got a boundary. It's surrounding. If you put you put ice in the top of it, it goes in.
It goes in, and
It's
the glass
surrounded
surrounds it.
by the glass.
Very good.
So
Okay,
it's
I
in.
understand.
It has a boundary.
Okay, what about this next one?
All right. I left my phone in my hotel room.
Why do you use in?
Well, a room has a boundary. It has 4 walls.
Okay.
When you go through the door, you are in the room. Okay? You're surrounded by the walls of the room.
Okay.
So you're in it.
Okay. How about this last one?
All right. Let's go for a in the park.
In the park?
In
but
the
park's
park.
a big thing. How can you say
Yes,
it surrounds you?
but it doesn't. It has boundaries. It has a limit to where it's like a not fence necessarily, but it has limits. It has a boundary around it.
Well, usually parks
have
they have fences or hedges
not
or
all of
something
them
like
do,
that.
but yeah.
There's an entrance. They have entrances, so when you go inside,
That's true.
you're separated
That's
from
true.
the
That
rest
helps,
of the place.
That helps to make it more clearly.
So you're in a park.
Right.
Okay, you wouldn't say let's go for a walk on the park.
No, because you're outside and you go in.
Okay, could you say let's go for a walk at the park?
Depends on where you're at.
You could, I guess,
Yeah.
but it would be more accurate, more correct to say in the park.
Because you're going to be in the boundaries of the park.
Yeah, you're going to go inside of the park.
Right.
Okay. Now, there's another very important use for the word "in" that doesn't have anything to do with a place. You know, like we talked about a hotel room, we talked about taxi, we talked about park. These are places and things, but "in" can also represent the idea of like a situation. Here, I got a good one for you. We talk about someone being in trouble. Have you ever heard that? You know, like this one. That boy is in trouble for stealing. Okay, so when you break the law, you get in trouble, or when you do something wrong at work, you get in trouble. In trouble. So just think about a container that's filled with trouble, and then you get inside of that, just like a swimming pool.
It's like you're totally engulfed.
Yeah, you're surrounded by it. It surrounds you on all sides, so you're in trouble. Okay, but it can also be something good. Like, look at the next one. Barry is in love with Sherry.
Now you're being silly.
But it's the same idea.
It's the same idea.
Just think about a container that's filled with love, and Barry gets inside. You want to come inside too?
Sure.
Oh, yes.
I'll be in love
too.
too.
So that's what we mean when we say someone is in love with someone. So just think of a container. The idea of "in" represents being surrounded or being completely enclosed by something. That's the basic idea. Okay, we have one. Let's see, we have more. I am in a difficult situation. Okay, again, the difficult situation is a negative thing. Just think of a container that is filled with difficult situation, and you get put inside of it. You're in a difficult situation. But the idea, again, is location. When you're in trouble, trouble is the place that you're in. You're in that. You're surrounded by it. If you're in love, love is the location. It's the destination, and you're in it. So that's the same idea. So it doesn't matter whether we're talking about in a physical object, in a situation like this. The basic idea is the same: being surrounded by or covered completely by something. That's what "in" means.
Okay, good. All right. We also use "in" when we mention places like prefectures, towns, cities, countries. Okay? Example, my parents live in Ibaraki Prefecture. So with a prefecture, it's you live in a prefecture. Okay?
Yeah. Now, one thing we're gonna share with you next time. We're gonna talk about this more and add some new things. There are 3 different levels of location. There's the very, very general level. We could represent that by a very, very big circle. And then there's a smaller area inside of that, which we represented by a smaller circle inside. And then there would be one small circle in the middle. Now, "in, on, and at" also help us to be able to give the idea of general or specific. Now, we're going to talk about that next time. But if you're talking about a prefecture or
Even
a city or
a
country, you would use "in" because it's big. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a big space. It's a broad area. Ibaraki Prefecture has a lot of different locations inside of it, a lot of small towns, villages, things like that. But it represents a big area, so we would use "in." Tokyo's the same way, right?
Right, because it's a city.
And then, of course, Australia's a big country. Japan's a big country. USA is a big country. We would say "in." So these are very important. And cities like this. I was born in Houston, Texas. That's where I was born. I was born in Houston. You weren't born in Houston, were you?
Nope.
She wasn't born in Houston.
I was born in California.
But we wouldn't say I was born at Houston. I was born on Houston. No, I was born in Houston.
In the city, in the state.
Anytime you're talking about a city or a state, a prefecture, a country, you use the word in.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a very simple explanation about the location idea. And all we need to do now is to talk about the words on and at. But unfortunately, we don't have enough time to do that, so we'll continue next week. So please come back and invite some friends and have them come with you. So that's all the time we have for tonight.
Barry.
What?
You forgot something.
Oh my goodness. We have to have the quiz, right?
Can't leave without the quiz.
Okay, so the quiz for tonight. Sherry has some very, very interesting sentences for us. Take it away, Sherry.
Okay.
What do you got for us?
So we're going to start with questions as to choose which is the correct answer. All right, so which of the following is correct? So we have in, at, on prepositions.
Okay, wait. What do you mean, which is correct? So that means that
what's the right answer?
One sentence is right and all the others are wrong.
That's correct.
Okay, so
only one is correct. Which one is correct?
So which is the right answer?
Right answer. Okay, number one, A. Letter A. I put my bag in the room.
In the room. Okay.
B. I put my bag at the room.
Okay.
C. I put my bag on the room.
Okay.
Or D. All of the above. All of the above would mean all of these are correct.
So if I think A, B, and C are all correct, then I would choose answer D.
Right.
All of the above.
Okay. So let's look at them again, and you guys give us your answers and let us know which you think is the right answer. Okay.
Okay.
I put my bag in the room.
In the room.
I put my bag at the room.
At the room.
I put my bag on the room.
On the room.
Or all of the above.
Okay.
What do you think? Which is the right one?
What do you think, guys? Let's see if you can get some answers.
Remember that in is like the container, something surrounding you.
Container. Oh, yes. Very good. So think container. Okay. Some answers are coming in.
Anybody else have some guesses?
I put my bag in the room, at the room.
So far, I'm not
seeing
it.
On the room. Ooh, this is a difficult one.
Oh,
See?
I thought this would be easy.
We told you that in, on, and at are not easy.
Yes.
This is very important.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's the right answer, Barry?
The right answer is A.
Okay, because it's
I put
room.
my bag in the room.
So it's a room, it's an enclosure.
A room is an enclosed space. It has 4 walls. You have to go inside, and so you put your bag in the room. I go into the room, in the room.
All right, so A. I put my bag in the room. Okay.
A lot of people said C, on the room. If you put your bag on the room, that means you would have to climb up on top of the building and where the room is and put it on top of the roof or inside the ceiling of it.
You could try again.
In the room. Okay, let's see what question number 2 is. Well, let's see if I can get it separated. Yeah, here we go.
Same thing. Choose the correct answer. Which of the following is correct? The plate is in the table.
Ooh.
The plate is at the table. Or the plate is on the table. Or none of the above. Means none, not A, B, and C are not correct. If you say none. So is it A?
So plate, you're talking about just
like
the thing like
plate.
what you eat food on, right? Okay.
I set the table.
So is the
breakfast.
plate in the table, at the table, or on the table?
What do you think?
Is the table an enclosure? Is it like a room? Has walls?
Nope.
No. So that should help you.
Okay, we got some answers coming in.
Cause.
No, guess again.
That's too wrong, Cause. Okay. Okay, we got a correct answer.
Got it.
Akani 71. Yes, that's the correct answer.
Good job.
Anybody else? Come on. Be brave. Take a guess.
Okay.
I'll let you know. It's not letter D. So you have 3 choices. Okay. Yes.
Chico, that's good.
Echiko Harada. Yes, correct answer. Okay. Anybody
Good job.
else? Your table has a room. That's good.
Now, if your table has a room, yes, it's in the table.
Only if you put it in the room that's on the table.
Okay.
Okay.
Right
Correct answer?
C.
Letter C.
The plate is on the table.
On the table.
It's touching, it's laying on the table.
It's on top of the table. It's not in the table because the table is not an enclosure. Okay. Here, one more.
Okay.
Same thing. Which of the following is correct? What do we have,
Okay.
Sherry?
This one's a little bit harder. This has to do with location.
Location.
Okay. I live at 123 Pine Street. So this is a street address. I live at 123
Oh, this is
Pine
very
Street.
advanced. We're going to see if any of you guys are advanced students of English.
I live in Japan. I live at Japan. Or I live on Pine Street.
Okay, now wait, guys, before you answer. Look at the question. This is different. This is which of the following is not
right.
Right.
Not right.
So one
One
of
wrong
these
answer.
is wrong, and the other 3 are correct.
That's correct.
Okay, so which one is the wrong one? Is it A, I live at 123 Pine Street? B, I live in Japan? C, I live at Japan? Or D, I live on Pine Street? Which one is incorrect? Which one is wrong?
Wrong answer. Any guesses? If you don't get it this week, you get it next week because we're going to study this more.
Yeah. So look at letter B and letter C. One of those is the answer. So which is correct? I live in Japan or I live at Japan? The correct answer
We got
is
a lot of answers coming
okay.
in.
Now we got it. I live in Japan. So letter C is wrong. I live at Japan is the wrong answer. So letter
in a
C
country.
is the correct answer for this number 3. Okay, we got one more here.
Once you got it right, good job.
Okay.
Hi, Mrs. Puzon.
Okay, number 4. He broke the window. Now he is blank trouble.
What's the right preposition for this question? We talked about this a little earlier.
Is it letter A, in?
Okay.
Is it letter B, at? Or is it letter C,
MA216
on?
answering.
Or is it letter D, none of the above? Okay, is it now he's in trouble? Now he's at trouble? Now he's on trouble? Or none of the above? Okay, lots of answers coming in. Oh, Kaz, come on, man. You're 0 for 3.
Pick one in online.
0 for 4.
Okay, come on, guys. Okay, somebody's typed in on.
Okay, very
Is
good.
that right?
Is he
on
people...
trouble or no?
No, he's not on trouble.
Which is the right answer?
Which is the right answer.
We've got lots of A's there.
We have a lot of
B,
letter A's. We have some letter B's. Which is right? Is it letter A or letter B? Is he on trouble or in trouble? I'm sorry. Is he in trouble or at trouble?
Okay.
Correct answer, Sherry?
In trouble.
In trouble.
You're in trouble, Kaz.
You guys are in trouble. You need to study English more. Okay. Let's see.
You did well.
Okay, wait. We got
time.
one more. Come on, let's end on a high note. Okay, so here let's end on a positive note.
Okay.
I saw you today. Oh, this is good. Good last question. I saw you today, blank, Instagram. So which is correct? I saw you today in Instagram. I saw you today at Instagram. I saw you today on Instagram. Or none of the above. Come on, Kaz. You got to get the right answer.
Come on, guys.
Come on, we're rooting for you. Come on. You guys think. Is it in Instagram, at Instagram, on Instagram?
When you're watching something, what do? You see it like television?
Okay, lots. D.
Don't even mention it. Okay.
Okay, correct answer?
Most of you've got it right.
Yes, letter C. On Instagram. Very
Saw
good,
you
guys.
on Instagram.
Very, very good.
Use social media, use television, use radio, any kind of thing like that, it's on.
Okay. Well, as we said, that's...
Sorry, Gab.
That's all the time we have for today. As always, we have an open invitation to you
yes,
to please
come study with us.
Come and study with us. And if you want, you can contact us. LINE de renraku kudasai. That's my attempt at pronouncing Japanese. You can reach us on LINE. So we have a LINE account. So contact us, get more information about our study programs, and we'll be very happy to help you. Okay, anything else?
I guess that's it for tonight.
That's it for tonight. We hope to see you next week. Until then, this is Barry.
And Sherry at ETHOS English School saying...
Matane. Thanks, guys.
See you next time. Thanks for joining.